Hello buddy, it's Ben Dominator, and today we are going to be talking about what my thoughts are overall about Chapter 2 Season 3, because Season 4 is right around the corner, and I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on what I thought about this season. So this has probably been the best season of Chapter 2 so far, and I would probably go as far to say the best season since Season 7. Now this is just my opinion, but that's probably what I've been thinking, and yeah, I just want to talk about kind of stuff from when the season started till now. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Battle Pass. Now the Battle Pass is really weird for me because when I first saw it, I thought it was the best Battle Pass we had gotten in a long time, like probably since Season 10. I was like, this is the best Battle Pass we've gotten since Season 10. But now looking back, I don't know. This Battle Pass is really good, but a lot of the skins are just really forgettable and I just don't use any of them. I've been having a lot more fun with the kind of skins that have been just coming out during, like, in the item shop. Like, I've been using, I think Captain America, I think Blaze was the first skin this season to come out in the item shop. Really good skin, really good. I like it so much better than Renegade Raider. Then Captain America came out, I use that, really like Captain America. And then Axo came out, which is my new favorite skin, it's my new main. And yeah, there has to be something really good in the next Battle Pass for me wanting to use it over Axo, because god, I love that skin so much. But yeah, the skins that came out this season were really good. Battle Pass and item shop, I just feel like the item shops ones were a lot better, which usually happens, but I just think a lot of the item shop skins just would stand out a lot more and were more iconic. Jules was a really good Battle Pass skin. Kit was pretty cool too. I really like the concept of Kit. It's one of my favorite skins in the game concept-wise, but using it just feels so clunky. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't care about ADS, I don't care about how big, like, bulky skins, like, I don't care about it in the competitive sense. It's just using skins like that, I just don't like the feeling of it. I don't like using skins that feel bulky or clunky or feel slower. I like using really slick skins, so it's not a whole thing about ADS for me, it's mainly just like design and how it feels to use. But yeah, there's been a lot of cool skins this season. Now let's move on to map changes. Now this was the infamous Flood season. I think most people are going to remember it by that. The beginning of the season, the map sucked. I'm just going to say that. I didn't like it. So many people would rush you out of nowhere because there was no land. So like everyone would be on like the same little island by the end circle, and there would be so many fights, and it was, you got like pinched all the time. But as the season progressed, the map just got better and better and better. And a lot of people complain that the map kind of just reverted back to how it was before, which is kind of true. I feel like some of the changes should have stayed, especially at places like Pleasant Park. But I think overall they did a pretty good job handling the flood stuff, and I love the weekly updates. Like, it felt like something new every week. When the water would lower, it was exciting, it was fun, and I love that kind of stuff. Weekly map changes were a great, like, change of pace from the last season. Now we did get weekly map changes, but we didn't really get weekly items. I think that's mostly because the cars came out, which is the next thing I want to talk about. Cars are so good. Cars are amazing. I love cars so much. They're one of the best additions to this game. I hope they stay in for, like, the rest of the game's life. They are so good. They're such a simple addition, but they're just so great, and I understand why it took them so long. Hopefully now that cars are done, maybe they'll release something crazy next season, but I do kind of hope they get back on that weekly or bi-weekly schedule. Because other than that, we really only got Firefly jars and the flare gun. But the flare gun was really good. The flare gun was really good addition, and I think it really helped tide us over for the cars update. I did really like all the additions. The only thing that I really hated was the Marauders. I think the Marauders are just dumb. I feel like I don't really need to explain why. They kind of appear out of nowhere and just sabotage your game. They're not overly difficult to deal with, they're just really annoying to deal with. And they kind of just waste your AR and ammo and shield sometimes. But yeah, that's like, this season has generally been super good, I would say. I'll talk about some of them, like, smaller things now. Like, new locations and stuff were really cool. The Fortilla was really cool, but I didn't really like that it was a spy location. I think I would have gone there a lot more if it wasn't a spy location. I'm kind of tired of the spy locations at this point. I hope they kind of just get rid of them for the next season. We actually got a new POI in the in the middle of the season. We got the Coral Castle POI, and this is the most underrated spot on the map, I swear. Like, you get 999 stone coming out of here because the statues give you so much. And the loot's not even that bad. The only problem I really have with it is the location. But there's not really anywhere else I could have put it, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's kind of close to Sweaty, but other than that, like, it's really good. It's easy to rotate out of because there's a whirlpool right there. Whirlpools, that's another thing that they added. They were a lot, like, whirlpools made a lot more sense at the beginning of the season. Near the end of the season, there's like 2 on the map, so it didn't even really matter. Though when they were relevant, they kept getting disabled anyway, so it's not like we could really use them. They also had sharks. A lot of people had problems with sharks. I didn't really mind them. I barely even encounter them anyway, especially now that the water level's so low. I don't mind sharks. They'll probably keep them next season. I don't think they really have a reason to get rid of them, but maybe they will get rid of them just because they were so, like, specific to the season. I don't know. I really want to talk about the charge. The charge I hated at first. I think most people did. I don't know, some people still don't like it, but I just, now looking back, I think it makes fights far more interesting. I just think the charge is way more interesting than the pump. I'd honestly rather keep the charge than get the pump back at this point, because like, I just like the charge so much. I love just charging it up and doing like 200 to like 180 damage on somebody. It just feels so good to use, and it's so, like, what's the word? Like, every shot feels like it hits this like the amount of damage that it should, which is really rare for shotguns in Fortnite, because the attack is really inconsistent. The pump was pretty inconsistent, especially now that they're both nerfed. Like, I love the charge. I love how consistent it is, and I just love how it feels to just charge up and then just unleash. And like, now I've learned how to use it. It's like, it's really a matter. People say like, oh, you just need to get good with it. It's kind of like toxic when they say that, but it is true in a sense. Like, if you don't like the charge, it's probably because you haven't taken the time to actually go out of your way and learn how to use it. Because yeah, that's mainly it. Like, the charge is a bit harder to get used to, but once you do, it is just so rewarding to use, and I haven't felt that way about a weapon in Fortnite in a very long time. So anyway, that about wraps up my thoughts for this video. I did want to say one more thing though. The teasers for the next season have been the best teasers we've ever seen. We're getting like full comic books. We're actually seeing what the story is without having to like think about, like, without having to like guess. We're actually getting answers to stuff, and I just love the teasers. We're getting so much out of the teasers, and I can't wait for the next season. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for this video. The next video is probably gonna be a Battle Pass overview. I've never actually recorded the season right as it started, so I'm pretty excited to be releasing that video as soon as I possibly can. My game does take a while to update though, so it'll probably be out a little bit later than other people's. But yeah, you guys will probably see from me next season. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, share your opinions in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.